is it like to work on a video game versus working on the actual TV shows and movies and things that involve, Disney and, the other cast members? Because I was talking to Minnie yesterday about working on Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I was just wondering, is it different to move over to the video game side of things instead of television?
It can be. Some video games are just like an animation, any kind of animation. You usually just get your lines and you do a line, come on, Mickey, let's go. Come on, Mickey, let's go. Come on, Mick, let's go. I'll do it like 3 different times and then, oh, I like that third one, let's go with that. And then you go on to another line. But we have done our video game Kingdom Hearts, which the 4th one's coming up. I'll probably be recording on that before long because they release it in Japan first. And that's the only time we've ever done that kind of ADR style. And I'm hearing the Japanese Goofy in my headphones, and I have to put the English words in Goofy's mouth in the same amount of time that the Japanese actor did. And he talks faster than I do. And so I have to kind of hurry it, and I don't understand what any of the lines before are or not. And the book of the script is like, hundreds of pages. And they'll go, okay, go to page 32, line 118. And come on, Sora, let's go. And then, but they do it like beep, 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 and then play the video. And then come on, Sora, let's go. Trying to do it 2 pictures so that they don't have to do too much re-editing and everything. And that's very strange because the Goofy voice in Japan it's different because Goofy's voice is very Americanized and it's got a cadence. If you're doing like Mickey or something, that's kind of a trick voice in a way because you're doing a falsetto, gosh, oh boy, way up there. Just getting in the falsetto, you're kind of in the ballpark, and whatever language you're doing is going to sound kind of like Mickey. But Goofy's got those ups and downs, and it's a cadence kind of thing. And in Japanese, it's very, it's very odd. But I could tell that he had studied the way I do the laugh, which is, and he had broken it down into 3 distinct parts. So when he would laugh, it would go, and so it's difficult to do it kind of backwards. ADR is harder than just recording a line and then they animate it. So sometimes it can be more difficult, but usually it's just a script and we don't know what they're going to do with it till we see it later on.
Yeah, it's a different process than regular, just a half-hour animated show or hour. There's also vocal stress because in video games, a lot of screaming, a lot of combat.
Oh yeah.
And
lots of efforts.
Lots of efforts.
Which is nonverbal sounds.
Yeah, can I have a set of A, B, and C take of different lengths? And you don't really work with other actors. It's a different process.
I will say an answer to this, Kevin Conroy, always loved sharing this story. He was the voice of Batman the animated series. We just lost him recently. But he talked about, he gets this question, he's like, well, it would take me 2 days to do an episode of Batman, the animated series, at about 3.5 hours each session. The first Arkham game took 9 months, 5 days a week, 5-hour sessions. I was not used to that.
Yeah, they can have thousands and thousands of lines depending on what the player does. And
the more complex the game, it's I was talking to another actress. Yeah, when I did the Gears of War movie, it was like, oh, it's behind the tree, it's behind the Jeep, it's behind the dog.
Yeah.
You gotta go on, and it depends on it. So some of those scripts can be as thick as phone books. So I mean, it's solid and consistent work when you can get it because you're in there longer and you gotta play. So
I did one game, this is early on when they were really expanding the interactivity of it, but you had to re-record the lines again if the player happened to be female. It just depends on the technology and the size of the game.
Its technology has gotten easier too. I did a Goofy talking watch real early on, and I had to go up to San Francisco and they put me in the booth, and it was like this. It was like, the time is 12:01 a.m. The time is 12:02 a.m. The time is 12:03. By about 4 o'clock, you're going nuts. Oh my gosh, yeah, the toys can be really weird.
They couldn't let you just say the time and then do one take on AM, PM, and then
Now
tag
they
it
do
in.
they have it all.
You had to do it all at
early
once.
days. Yeah,
Oh,
and we did one thing where it was like customized to your kid's voice, and I had to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," but it was like Andy, let's go to the ball game. Bobby, let's go to the, and I had to do that 2,800 times. That takes a while. Vladimir, take me to the ball game. Aloysius, take me to the ball game. Who names their kids Xerxes?